I'm Toby Kaplan. For over 30 years, I was a classroom teacher and a mathematics coach. Now I work with Symphony Math. Today we're going to look at a routine that you can use with your whole class, a small group, one-on-one. You can use this remotely, and it works with any Symphony Math task. The materials you need for today's lesson will be dot cards, number cards, the plus and minus, equal sign, and any other discs or little circles that you might have. We're going to be looking at the tasks in 3.1, missing results to 5. This time, when the whole or the answer appears at the front of a number sentence, it throws our students. They're used to seeing the answer come at the end of the number sentence. We're going to look at equalities, which is also an important concept they need for algebra. I'm going to show students a task and then model it. We're used to seeing the answer come at the end of a number sentence. You can see here that we know some number equals 3 plus 2. We want to decide what that number is. I know that one part is 3 and the other part is 2. I'm going to build a model of this problem in order to solve it. Watch me. Here I'm going to do a part of 3 and add it to a part of 2. I have 3 plus 2 equals some number. Let's put the equal sign here. We have 1, 2, 3, and 2 more, 3, 4, 5, make 5. I'll put my 5 dots over here, and we want to make sure that our answer is correct. So let's put the 3 dots here and see if all our dots match up. Here's the part of 3, here's 2 more, and we can see that 3 plus 2 more make 5. I'll just put these back so we can remember and complete our number sentence here. We know that 5 equals 3 plus 2. I want you to take a few seconds and look at this model. What do you notice? What do you wonder about? We give students a few seconds to think about what they see and not talk out loud. We're nurturing their ability to wonder, to be creative, and we're giving each of the students space to think what they want to think before they share it out loud. After a few seconds, you can ask students to share their ideas. Try not to judge them or correct them. Listen to what they have to say. That will give you a mirror into what they understand and where their confusions are. Here are some questions you can ask next. Who would like to put the numbers under the models? Who can point to the parts? Who can point to the whole? Now I want to ask you another question. What if we had this? Can we also say 3 plus 2 equals 5? We know 5 equals 3 plus 2. Can we also say 3 plus 2 equals 5? What do you think? How are these the same? How are they different? Who can show that their answer is correct? If you decide, after listening to your students, that they could use one more model before they go ahead and do some tasks on their own, let's do another model, and it will be the same routine. We can see here that some number equals 3 plus 1. Let's make a model and help us solve the problem. Watch me. Some number equals 3. Let's set this up. Plus 1. 3, 4. That tells me 3 plus 1 equals 4. I want to make sure that my answer is correct. I'm going to put these circles on top of the 4 to make sure I have enough to cover each number, each circle, and we do. So I can be secure in saying 3 plus 1 equals 4, or 4 equals 3 plus 1. Let's set this down here. 4 equals 3 plus 1. What do you notice? What do you wonder about? Again, you want to nurture your students' thinking to themselves about what they see and how they make sense of number relationships. Let them share a few ideas before you ask another set of questions. Who can put numbers below the dot cards and make it a true sentence? Who can point to the parts? Who can point to the whole? Let me ask one more question. What if we looked at this? Can we also say 3 plus 1 equals 4? We know 4 equals 3 plus 1. Do we also know 3 plus 1 equals 4? How would you go about solving this problem? After your students have shared some idea, let them do tasks on their own. You will find many tasks in the Symphony Math under Guided Practice 3.1 and also in the demo mode, where you will find many tasks that you can project onto your smartboard. After students have had some time to work out a few problems and share their ideas, remember to listen and don't correct, don't judge. It'll help you assess where to go next with your instruction. Here are some questions you can ask them at the end. What do we think when the answer to an addition problem comes at the beginning and when the answer to an addition problem comes at the end? How are these the same? How are they different? Are there other times we can use models to solve math problems? You have done a good job today working through challenging problems, making models, and listening to each other. That helps your brain grow. Your students will go back onto Stage 3.1 in the Symphony Math program. Your dashboard will let you know about their progress. For students who show up in red, it's a signal to you that there are still students who would benefit from additional offline work like the routine that we saw here. Let these students continue to come up with problems and make models of them, and above all, make sure you ask them questions. There's nothing like having students talk to you. They can share how they make sense of what a problem is asking them to do. When they're in control of their own sense making, eventually they will understand how operations affect numbers.